And good morning. Happy Hump Day inside Studio AP. I'm Damon Hack alongside Cara Banks, the big timer Charlie Reimer, a three-time National Player of the Year from Duke, Amanda Blumenhurst, former LPGA. Welcome back. Good morning. How are you?
Thank you. I'm amazing. I'm so happy to be back. Love being here. A little bit happier, too, after my Duke Blue Devils took down Michigan State last night wearing my Duke Blue.
She is.
Grayson Allen, 37
You're talking, it's basketball season now.
Basketball season, baby.
Right. So I went down to the old course at Broken Sound where I'm going to make my Champions Tour debut, second week in February. Played a practice round. That golf course was wide. That's good for me. And the guys in the Rat Pack took good care of me down there yesterday. Appreciate your hospitality.
And by the way, I heard him talking with Matt Janella, who's going to be his caddy that week. They were already coming up with a strategy, a little bit of teamwork.
Very
He's actually
good.
going to caddy for me in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who I'm going to have on the bag down there. I mean, you might even be running for that.
Take numbers. Maybe we'll open that up to the viewers as well. Speaking of Matt Janella, he's here alongside Lauren Thompson. Good morning to you both.
Hello. You ready to loop for the big timer or what, Matt?
I'd much rather caddy for you, to be honest with you, LT.
That'd be fun.
Anytime,
That'd be
anywhere.
fun. We're all anticipating the big timers return to competition. But let's get to the European Tour season finale. It's this week, and the excitement actually started on Tuesday with the Hero Challenge. Now, Matt, we've got 8 players taking on a head-to-head one-hole competition under the floodlights at Atlantis Hotel in Dubai. Cool targets.
Yeah, this is Top Golf-esque, right?
It
Wow.
is.
I love this.
Interesting. Alex Noren, nice. Not a bad shot for him at all. Now, the Race to Dubai leader, Tommy Fleetwood, he was also making his debut in this knockout contest with the world number 5, John Rahm, and the BMW PGA champ, and Alex Noren that we saw moments ago. Hao Tong Lee, though, a European Tour winner, he was the one who walked away with the hardware. So congratulations to him. Now, you can watch the Hero Challenge on Golf Channel today at 4 p.m. You're going to tune in or what?
I'm in. I go golf every afternoon.
Good man. Good man. All right, Cara Banks, back to you.
I cannot wait to watch that. It's another fun piece of video from the European Tour. But let's get to what is happening. And Sergio Garcia returns to competitive action this week for the first time since he won the tournament he hosts on the European Tour. That is the Andalucía Valderrama Masters 3 weeks ago. And he has been paired alongside fellow Spaniard John Rahm in tomorrow's opening round of the tour's season-ending event. Now, the two sit alongside each other in the Race to Dubai standings, with Sergio third after his career best 3 wins on the European Tour this season, whilst the newly named 2017 Sir Henry Cotton Rookie of the Year John Rahm is currently in 4th position after a remarkable breakthrough season that included a victory at the Irish Open. Now, our Todd Lewis is with the Masters champion in Dubai.
And Sergio needs a victory here this week to have a chance to win the Race to Dubai. Given that scenario, does that alter your strategy at all in attacking this golf course?
No, not at all. That's what I try to do every week, and it's not going to change. I'm obviously going to go out there. I'm going to try to play the best I can. Hopefully, my game will be on like it's been this year several times. So. And then we'll see. You know, obviously, even if I win, if Justin or Tommy play well, my chances are still very limited. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
You left TaylorMade recently, and so you're trying out some new equipment. Where are you in that process right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was mutual. It wasn't like I left TaylorMade. Obviously, you know, we. Politics change on companies, and they obviously had a lot of top players and they couldn't keep all of them. I am excited about the equipment I'm trying, you know, trying some colorway stuff, and it feels really good. So it's just a matter of you know, trying it out during tournaments and trying out these last 3 weeks and make sure that you know, that it feels good. Make sure that if there's anything that we need to change, that we can do it throughout December. And you know, more than anything, I'm excited. You know, it's a new beginning, so I'm excited about it.
Okay, so Sergio will be trialling out Callaway equipment at the DP World Tour Championship this week. Interesting, but if he is to win the European Tour's season-long race for the very first time in his career, would you believe, he must win this event. But after 3 weeks off, Charlie, how do you expect him to perform after that bit of downtime?
Well, Cara, some players I think need to play a lot to be at their best. Others like Sergio, especially the really good ball strikers like Sergio. And if you look at his career throughout the last 15 years, I think you can make a strong argument that if he's not the best ball striker, he's certainly within the top 3 or 4. When you've got that kind of game, I like him coming in fresh. I like Sergio coming with a little bit of time off. You know, he's an emotional guy. If he's feeling good, if he's fresh, if he's energized, I think that's when he plays his best golf. So I think he could be very dangerous this week, even trying the new equipment, putting that in, because he'd been with the old company for a long time. He still was one of these guys that year in and year out would make a lot of changes in his bag. So I'm not worried about him coming in with the 3 weeks off.
He's performed a little bit better than you thought he would since the Masters, hasn't he?
I know, you're rubbing that in a little bit, but I think he enjoyed the victory, enjoyed the summer, getting married, enjoyed, you know, the new life, and he's starting to get back focused again. I always thought that he would have a little bit of time away from the game like he did, get back focused, and I think next year is going to be a big year for him with it being a Ryder Cup year.
And with having a baby on the way due in March. Wonderfully exciting time for him and Angela. So that is what is happening, or some of what's happening on the European Tour. What about the LPGA Tour, Damon?
All right, Carr, how about Lexi Thompson, the leader in the race to the CME Globe standings group with Sung Hyun Park, number 2 in the standings, and Shen Shen Feng, number 3 in the standings. All 3 players, multiple winners this season. Shen Shen with wins in her last 2 starts. This is the 5th incarnation of the race to the CME Globe, and for the top 5 players in the standings, it's really simple. If you win the CME Group Tour Championship, you win the race and that $1 million bonus. But Amanda, you believe we should look beyond the top 5 this week?
We do. We put a lot of focus on the top 5 because if they win, they take it all.
Right.
But really that 6 through 12, they have a mathematical chance of winning the Globe. For example, Inji Chun, she's at that number 6 spot. If she wins, Lexi needs to finish in that top 3. So Lexi still has to have a great tournament. Now on the flip side, Lydia Ko, she's in that 12th spot. She wins. All Lexi has to do is finish in that top 40, just get some points, and she's still going to edge Lydia Ko out. So mathematically, she can do it, but that top 5, that's why there's such an advantage with that reset that they did.
Right.
That top 5, they're able to win the tournament and then win the Globe.
The competition's been remarkable this season. There's still a lot at stake beyond the race. A lot of season-ending awards at stake. What should we look for?
We should look for Player of the Year.
Okay.
That's going to be huge with this tournament. This is actually one of this event is not only the last tournament of the year, it also is the biggest non-major purse. It's worth $2.5 million, so the winner could be facing a huge payday, $500,000 for the winner, and then also possibly that $1 million for the Globe. But that Rolex Player of the Year right now we have So Young Yu. She's at the #1 spot, but you know what? Anyone in that top 4 with a win can bump her out. She only has 3 points separating her and then the number 2 spot with Shane Shane. So there is a very, very close race. The only thing that looks kind of on paper close is the scoring average. And right now Lexi Thompson has that. There's only a 0.112. That's actually 9 strokes when you have one tournament left. So she's kind of got that locked up a little bit. But then also big picture, Lexi says since she was 15 years old, she wanted to be in the LPGA Hall of Fame. And that VAR trophy, so lowest scoring average, and then also Player of the Year, you get a point for each. So big picture, this last event of the year is huge.
Yeah, she's got 9 wins in a major championship at the age of 22. How about for Shen Shen Feng, what we've seen in her play the last couple of weeks, the new #1, the first ever player from China, #1 in the world, men or women. What do you see with her right now that's working so well?
I am so impressed with her game. She's always had a very level head, and it bodes so well in that #1 spot because we've seen with Eri Jutanagon, for example, she gets that #1 spot, nerves picked up, where Shen Shen is very even keel, has a great time on the golf course. And you look at her last 5 tournaments, she has won the last 2 in a row, the only player this year to win 2 tournaments in a row. And then also finishes 2nd place and then a 3rd place at Swinging Skirts. So she has had such a great last couple events. So going into this final tournament, I'm seeing great things for Shen Shen. Great game, but also is really hot right now.
Lots to play for, lots to watch. You can see it all on Golf Channel. We send it back to Cara.
So much at stake this week, guys. A lot going on, but also happening. The man who returns home after securing his first win on the PGA Tour last weekend, Patton Kizzire, has been grouped alongside 2015 champion Kevin Kisner and defending champion Mac Hughes in the opening 2 rounds of the RSM Classic. Now, the threesome will go off at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on the Seaside course tomorrow. And for more on the defending champion, let's send it out to Rex Hoggard, who is on site at Sea Island.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been an eventful year for Mac Hughes. First and foremost, he changed his name. A few weeks ago, he made it official. He went from Mackenzie Hughes, which was the name he went by when he won here last year at the RSM Classic, to Mac Hughes. We asked him on Tuesday why he made the change, and he said everyone called him Mac anyway. And of course, he's also having an eventful year off the golf course. Just a few weeks ago, he and his wife gave birth to their first child. Another interesting name. They went with Kenton, and they said it's because it's an individual name. No one else they knew really had it, and both he and his wife both went to Kent State, and they felt like it was something they could remember. But the biggest change overall, of course, was his victory here last year in a playoff on Monday, and how much confidence he said that gave him over the course of his rookie year on the PGA Tour. Another player with high expectations coming into this week is Brandt Snedeker, who hasn't played on the PGA Tour since the Travelers in June. He's been sidelined with a sternum injury. Doctors told him the only way, the best way for him to recover from that was just rest. He's actually gone into an intense training program in the last few weeks with his swing coach, John Tillery. They changed his swing and his setup, trying to alleviate the pain on his sternum. The hardest part, he said, has been his diet. He's gotten rid of all carbs and all sugars, trying to get rid of all the inflammation in his body and be as healthy as possible. Said the hardest part about all of it, getting rid of French fries. Back to you.
I bet, Rex, a life without carbs and sugar is a tough one, but Brandt officially makes his return at 11:10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. That is the group behind Kazai, Kisner and Hughes on the Seaside course. Now, he will be joined by Sea Island resident Matt Kuchar and Luke Donald. But let's find out what we have coming up this morning, and for that, we send it back to Lauren and Matt.
Thank you, Cara. Well, coming up, you've probably seen the commercials. You may even have it on your list for a great holiday gift. And today, we're going to welcome in the 2015 Teacher of the Year, Cameron McCormick. He's going to break down exactly what his Skill Code series is all about and how it's going to help all of us play better golf.
Help. By the way, LT, November of 2015, we had what was called Water Week. We chronicled some very critical stories about what was taking place, especially on the West Coast, on the heels of a 5-year drought. Today, we go back to Pasatiempo, one of the most prominent public courses in the country, and we have that story plus a pretty amazing update.
Love that layout. All right, and now to this week. One of the players you're going to see at the CME Group Tour Championship, Megan Kang, and a recent article penned by our Golf Channel senior writer. It's going to show you that this player's journey is unlike anything in professional golf. Randall Melly is going to join us live from the scene at Tiburon Golf Club, side by side with Megan Kang, to take you inside that story. So check out that article, golfchannel.com. But we are just teeing off today on Morning Drive, and we want to have you with us throughout the show on this Wednesday. We got a lot coming up, don't we, Matt?
Looking forward to it.
We'll be back in just a bit. Pasatiempo, good layout.
I didn't know, but there are a lot of speeches of